Okay, hi guys, welcome to another IELTS speaking practice by Johnny IELTS, and this is 5 students for my class IELTS 35. I'm very glad that everyone is here and study today. Now, so are you all ready for your practice class? Tell me you do. Okay, so we did singing part 1 before, so let's try another topic. Number 14 is about studying math or mathematics.
Hello.
Hello? Did you say something?
Đúng rồi ạ.
Okay, good. Okay, so Mr. Nguyen, please. So when did you start learning
Mình không
math?
có nhu cầu cảm ơn nhiều.
Okay, so Mr. Nguyen, when did you start learning math, Mr. Nguyen?
So I usually start learning math when it's afternoon, because in the morning I will learn the
No. The question, when did you start learning math? So it means that at what age did you start learning math? Like 6 years old, 5 years old, something like that, you know? So
I
be careful.
start so I started learning math when I 5 years old.
When I what?
When I 5 years old.
When I was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old.
Was 5 years old before I attend to the first grade.
Before I got to first grade. Okay, very good. So Mr. Nguyen, do you like math? Or it's not at all as your subject of choice?
Yeah. Yes, I just like it when I can solve the math problem.
Oh, I see. My subject, it's not your subject of choice, isn't it? Or is it your subject of choice? Cái môn mà em có thể lựa chọn, cái môn mà mình rất thích lựa chọn. Is that your subject of choice, Mr. Nguyen?
Yes, because my
Yes. Okay, how about you, Young? Do you like math?
Yeah, I'm quite like math.
I am quite like, what is that? I am quite like math. Tôi khá giống như môn toán. Is that? No, try again. Do you like math, Mr. Young?
Yeah, I like math because
a lot.
It's,
I like math a lot, or I like math. It's okay.
Okay. Because it's quite easy for me.
Oh, it's quite easy for you, right? How about chemistry and physics?
That's not cool math. It's harder.
You know, chemistry and physics are just math in disguise. Nó chỉ là toán mà giống như là ẩn giấu bên dưới thôi. Math in disguise. Well, very much the same. So, Young, tell me, who taught you math before?
Usually it's a teacher in my school.
That taught me math?
They taught math for me.
To me. That taught math to me.
They taught
me math. You need more practice. Okay, so Miss Uyên, please. So, who taught you math? Do you remember?
Wow. Actually, there were many math teachers during my school and college time. So it's quite hard to remember.
Of course, it's hard to remember their name, right?
Yeah. Yes. But the one teacher, the only one teacher makes me impressive.
Impressive or impressed? Cái nào? Impressive or impressed?
Impressed.
Make me feel impressed. Tính từ bị động. Passive adjective.
Impressed.
Make me feel impressed.
Yes, because he is really
Yes, how is he?
Honest, dedicated.
Dedicated. He's very dedicated.
Yeah. Dedicated and very intelligent.
Of course. Teachers have to be intelligent. Otherwise...
Yes, and he always want to have the student to improve the math calculation skill and understand deeply on the math lessons.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is Win.
I see. Okay, I see. Right. Okay. So, Miss Thanh Thảo, please tell me, is math difficult for you to learn?
Yes.
Or is it an easy subject?
Yes, of course. I think math is very important, but I find difficult for me, and I
find it difficult for me. Very good.
And I am not good at
solving math problems,
numbers and equations. So when I study in class, I always đạt điểm thấp á thầy.
I always got a very low score.
Yeah.
I always got low score.
I always got
low score, and I didn't like it at all.
And I didn't like it at all. I feel when I learn math, my brain not active.
Sorry.
Kiểu như là lúc mà học toán thì cái đầu em nó không hoạt động được.
I feel like when I study math, my brain is so dead. I feel that when I do math, my brain is not very active. Okay. That sounds bad. So, Thanh Thảo, do you like to use calculator, or do you just calculate by yourself? Hello?
Yeah.
Thảo, do you calculate with a calculator or without the help of a calculator? Có tự tính toán được không, hay là phải nhờ máy tính?
Yes, I can calculate because I rarely use calculator because I feel when use a calculator I can
I can get the result quickly. Yeah?
Yes.
I can get the result. I can get the correct results quickly. Để có được kết quả nhanh chóng, I can get the result quickly
and if I rely calculator.
If I rely on the calculator.
If I rely on calculator, I can calculate very quickly in numbers, in
many numbers. I see. Okay, so Miss Hoàng Vấn, please, are you there, doctor? Hello. Oh, she's a dentist. Should say, of course, a dentist is a doctor. Yes. So Miss Vấn, can you turn on your microphone, please? Okay. So tell me, do students learn math in high school? High school means junior high school and senior high school, cấp 2 và cấp 3 in Vietnam. Do students do that? Do they learn math in high school in Vietnam?
Yes, they do. Math is an obligatory subject.
Obligatory. Bắt buộc.
Obligatory subjects in high schools, and especially you need to have a a high score on math. If you want to get
in math, high score in math.
In math.
If they want to get to a good school.
If they want to get a place in a university.
In the university, I see. And do you think it's a good thing to do that, or do you think it's not so good for some students?
I think every student have to study math when whatever they are good or not, because
they still need to study that, right?
Yes, because
so why? But why?
Because while you do math thing, it will help you to process the brain logically.
To train yourself to be more logical. Mình nên nói một cách tự nhiên hơn. Like try to be more natural. To train yourself to be more logical. They can train themselves to be more logical. Có thể tự huấn luyện bản thân là suy nghĩ logic hơn, chứ không phải là huấn luyện cái não của họ để cho nên logic hơn. Nó nghe nó cứng nhắc lắm, nó không tự nhiên. So when you say train your brain to be more logical, it sounds very rigid. It sounds very rigid. Nghe cứng nhắc lắm. It's not natural. So let's just say to train themselves to be more logical. Okay, so Miss Vân, tell me, is math difficult for you to learn?
Actually, it's one of my favorite subjects. So I like to study math, and so it wasn't so difficult for me.
Right, so it wasn't so difficult for you. I see. Now, Mr. Nguyen, please. So, do you like to use a calculator or no?
Oh, I like to use calculator because it's make me calculate because when I use the calculator, I can calculate more quickly and
quicker. You calculate more quickly, yeah, or quicker, yeah.
Yeah.
Cái nào cũng được. And
to the next year, I want to take part in the excellence. Yeah.
You want to take part in you want to take part in a math competition?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I've never been able to get any math awards, but I got an award in chemistry once. Well, but math is okay. I'm okay with that. It's not. All right. So, Mr. Nguyen, do you think it's necessary to learn math?
Oh, it's important and also necessary.
Necessary. Be careful.
Necessary. Because math can make us do things more logic and
do things more logically. Can do things more logically.
Can do more
they can do things more logically.
And our brain will go through things rapidly, and sometimes we can use math like calculate how much money we make in a month.
Okay. All right, I see. So, Yung, what do you think? What can people do with math in their daily life?
Actually, math is not really important while we learn.
You sure about that?
At school, yeah.
Really?
But,
are you sure about that?
Yeah, but they improve our logical thinking, and just some case that they use math in their daily life, like
if you have to calculate how much people owe you, or how much people owe you, or you have to calculate quickly how much you can gain from doing something, investment, and things like that. Đầu tư, hoặc là phải tính toán ngay lập tức là mình được lợi cái gì, được cái gì. It's like it requires math, of course.
Yeah.
So all the subjects are necessary somehow, but you might not see it immediately.
Yeah.
So what do you think? That's just what I think, but what do you think, you?
Yeah, I think so. Even art have their own benefit.
Of course, art is very beneficial. I believe that every student needs to learn art.
Yeah.
Until the day they die.
Oh.
Yeah, they need to learn art.
Cool.
It's a part of life. You need to learn it until the day they die.
Until they death is cruel.
I'm just joking, of course.
Yeah, I know.
You don't understand jokes, do you? Okay, now, so Miss Uyen, please. So what can people do with math in their daily life? What do you think?
I think math is very crucial in our daily life. In daily life, we can do some tasks related to math, like manage our budgets, and we can calculate the best price when we
the what?
We can calculate the price.
The best price.
The best price. The best price of the product when we shopping.
When we go shopping.
Yes. And
otherwise, we will end up buying a lot of things we don't need, or paying more than we could afford.
Yes.
It's not a good thing. Well, I use math to calculate how much my students still owe me. Just joking.
Yes, of course.
Well, that's just a friendly reminder that some students are still owing me and they haven't transferred to my bank account yet. What? It's real, you know that, right? Okay, now let's go to part 2 and part 3. Okay, so... Okay, let's go to 14. 14. Moment. I think I need to... 14. Local news, huh? Maybe I should... Okay, just a moment. Describe a piece of local news. Cái chuyện này nó thiếu mất cái khúc. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna move this one up here, so it's easier. Right, okay, I got it now. Okay, let's do 14. Describe a piece of local news that you were interested in. Miêu tả một cái mẫu tin tức địa phương mà các bạn đã rất là hứng thú. Remember, this is local news, so it means it is a piece of news from your own country, okay? Not international. It's news from your own country and you are interested in. So you should say what it was about. Tin về cái gì vậy? Where you saw or heard it. Bạn đã thấy hoặc là nghe cái tin đó lúc nào? Chỗ nào? Who was involved? Ai đã tham gia vào mẫu tin đó? It means like what was news involved? What kind of people were in the news? Có những loại người nào đã được nêu lên trong cái mẫu tin đó? Explain why you were interested. Interested. Nhớ âm đầu. Interested in it. Cái này nhắc hoài luôn á. Interested, mấy bạn có đọc là interested. Sai hoài luôn á. Nhớ âm đầu nha. It's first syllable. Why you were interested in it. Giải thích tại sao bạn lại hứng thú về nó như vậy. And you have part 3 of news. Where do people get the news in your country? Trong đất nước bạn, con người ta lấy tin từ cái chỗ nào vậy? Từ cái nguồn nào vậy? What kind of news do people like to read? Con người ta thích đọc cái loại tin tức nào vậy? How can companies tell the public its news? Làm thế nào những công ty nói cho quần chúng những cái tin tức của nó được? So it means like companies, how do they inform the general public about their new products, their new policies, their whatever news they want to share to the public. Làm thế nào những công ty có thể nói cho quần chúng biết được những thông tin về nó, ví dụ thông tin sản phẩm, thông tin tuyển dụng, recruitment news, news about its charity work or promotional events, tin về từ thiện hoặc là những cái chương trình quảng bá. How do companies tell the public its news? Like through what channels? Newspaper, in the internet, or fan page on the internet, or through the phone, telemarketing maybe? You know telemarketing, right? Tiếp thị từ xa, telemarketing. What do you think of the news on social media? Bạn nghĩ gì về những tin tức trên truyền thông đa phương tiện, truyền thông xã hội? Like, are they good news? Are they bad news? Are they real or fake news? And what about the news these days? Do you feel like they do the things they should do? Các bạn có nghĩ rằng những tin tức trên truyền thông bây giờ là tin tức thực sự không? Họ có làm đúng chức năng họ không? Or something like that. What do you think about public shaming or fake news? You know what public shaming is?
Yeah.
Public shaming means làm nhục mạ ở nơi công cộng. It means that if you talk about the body of someone and you make them feel bad, that is public shaming. Nói về thân thể người khác mà làm người ta cảm thấy bực bội và làm cảm thấy đau buồn hoặc là bực bội, đó chính là nhục mạ nơi công cộng. That is public shaming. If you talk about what people do on social media and it is wrong, that is public shaming as well. Nói về những người ta làm trên mạng xã hội mà những cái điều đó là sai lầm, không đúng sự thật, nó cũng là public shaming, nhục mạ nơi công cộng. And how about fake news? Tin giả thì sao? What do you think about those things? Can you find them everywhere? What can you do to deal with them? Like, how can people find good source of news, or what can people do to realize the news which is fake or real? Okay, so this is not that hard. So let's do this topic, okay? You have 3 minutes to think about this topic. 3 phút bắt đầu. Alright, please. Describe a piece of local news that you were interested in. Okay, so Miss Thanh Thảo, please be the first person to describe it. Cố lên, you can do it. Your microphone, please. Bật mic Thảo ơi. Okay, right. Please describe a piece of local news that you were interested in. I can't hear you, Miss Thanh Thảo. Can you say something? Hello.
Dạ.
Okay, nói đi em, nói đi, please.
Em chưa chuẩn bị xong rồi ơi, em đang...
Okay, fine. Then Miss Uyên, can you prepare? Can you do it?
Yes.
Of course.
Let me try it.
Of course you will try.
So, honestly, I'm not a big fan of the news. However, the going on coronavirus pandemic period,
I don't think anybody cares about that
to
now.
read daily COVID information on the VN Express. It's in the online newspaper.
Okay.
Yeah. the temporary news session was mainly devoted to the statistics on the new case.
Mainly revolves around. Nó xoay vòng xung quanh.
Mainly
devoted to.
Devoted to
được dành trọn
statistics.
cho. Devote is mainly devoted to
statistics.
Sorry.
On new thống kê thầy.
Statistic những âm 2.
Statistics on new case and yeah. Cách mà phòng tránh
and the ways to prevent
the way to prevent the coronavirus infection. Yes.
Okay, good. But still I don't understand why you are interested in it. Nó vẫn chưa rõ ràng chỗ đó. It's still not clear over there. Why you interested in it? Tell me why.
I interested because okay, cái đó
because it's important. The hot news, important piece of news, right?
Yes, this is the crucial news in this situation.
A crucial piece of news. Nhớ là news không đếm được nha. Remember, news is uncountable. So you need to use piece of news to count it. Để đếm nó phải dùng piece of news. Because it's a crucial piece of news. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Now, okay, very good, very good. Miss Văn, please, can you describe a piece of local news that you were interested in?
A piece of local news that I was interested in was about an AI-powered biotechnology company called Genetica.
Sorry, called?
Genetica.
Genetica, okay.
It's about 5 months ago when I was surfing the web, and
when you were surfing in the world, right?
Surfing the web, the internet, surfing the internet.
Okay.
Good web. And there was a headline, a striking headline.
Helpline, I see. Cái đường dây để giúp đỡ, trợ giúp. There was a helpline, yeah?
No, headline. Tiêu đề.
Headline, tiêu đề.
There was a striking headline that catching my eyes. Genetica has won the first prize on the British War and became the best AI-powered genetic testing company.
I see.
I was impressed about the biotechnology development in Vietnam nowadays, and I was so proud to think that in the coming years, people no need to go abroad for healthcare services, but can put their trust on Vietnam.
They can just stay in Vietnam and to have that kind of service. I see. So that's why I am interested in it. Let's just conclude it that way, okay? Mình nên kết thúc lại một cái gì đó bằng là cái phần cuối là tại sao mình lại interested in nó. Okay, very good. That's why I
was interested in that news.
Okay, very good. Now, so Dương, are you ready?
Yeah.
Please.
So I read about a piece of news, which is a guy.
A guy. A person. Cẩn thận.
A burglar.
Careful.
Who involved crime. Yeah. Okay. So a person who involved crime at my district. He stole Surprisingly, he stole my friend's phone while he in the middle of the street. So it's so for me it's quite surprised because my friend.
It's quite surprised or surprising?
Surprised.
No, you're talking about the nature of something that is surprising. Em nói về bản chất của sự vật sự việc là nó phải surprising. So it's quite surprising to me. It's quite surprising. It's quite surprising.
Okay, so it's quite surprising to me because that's my friend, and so I read he have to run for a long walk and for a long road to have his phone again. And the burglar has been catch already too because of cảnh sát ngầm là gì thầy?
What? To do what?
Kiểu bị bắt đó, bị bắt bởi cảnh sát ngầm ấy rồi. Yeah, be captured.
To be captured. Okay, and then?
Cảnh sát ngầm là gì thầy?
Bị bắt nhầm á hả?
Cảnh sát ngầm.
It's undercover police. Cảnh sát mà undercover là bên dưới một cái lớp vỏ bọc nào đó. Cảnh sát ngầm. It's an undercover police.
Undercover police. So
basically we can call them undercover cop, but the word cop is a slang. You should not use in IELTS. So that's why we say undercover police. You know, cái từ cop là một cái từ tiếng lóng, có nghĩa là cớm ngầm đấy, cảnh sát ngầm đấy. Nhưng mà trong IELTS không được dùng slang, cho nên là undercover police. Okay. Alright. Anything else?
I'm quite interested because my friends he running quite funny. So I have seen the videos of the news too. He running quite funny. So that's why I'm interested.
I'm still a bit confused about your content. Thiệt luôn á. Cái nội dung em nói nó hơi bị mang tính confusing, nó làm cho tôi cảm thấy confused. Em đang nói về cái gì thực sự vậy? What exactly are you trying to talk about? Children being funny, undercover cops, or police, or what else? Or the guy, the person, something?
Yeah, about being my friend.
What exactly is the main focus here? Cái tập trung chính là cái gì?
Là bị cướp điện thoại thôi. Mà
is the story of a person losing his phone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Em hay bị gọi là sidetracked. You often get sidetracked. Which means you go away from, you basically slide away from the main focus. Nó giống như nó trật ra khỏi cái tập trung chính, cái ý chính. Em hay bị vậy lắm. You often get sidetracked. Alright, so Mr. Nguyen, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
So I watched this news.
I was what?
I saw this piece of local news when just 1 month ago. So it's about Miss Phương Hằng and the drama.
What? It was 1 month ago. It was about what?
It's about Miss Phương Hằng.
Okay, I'll pretend that I understand what you're saying.
So it's about the drama between
that famous drama on the news. Miss Phương Hằng getting captured by the police. I don't know what's going on with her now.
Yeah, me too. And Phương Hằng and the celebrity, she said like the celebrity they have
a what?
Good thing.
They have been involved in. They have been involved in shady businesses. Những chuyện mờ ám. in shady businesses that involves, mà nó bao gồm gì, that involves charity work, mà nó bao gồm cái chuyện làm từ thiện, that involves charity work, shady businesses that involves charity work, and that caused a stir, nó gây ra một cái sự khuấy động, it's caused a stir. Okay, let's try that again, Mr. Nguyen.
I saw this news 1 month ago. It's about Miss Phương Hằng and the celebrity in Vietnam, like Trấn Thành and Hoài Linh. So they have been involved in a shady business that involved like in charity work that caused a stir.
That caused a stir, yeah.
It caused a stir, and the drama keep going when Phương Hằng has been arrested by
the police. Was arrested by the police.
Was arrested by the police by the fake news she posted on the live stream.
Okay.
But so I feel interested in this news because it's a drama and it's entertaining.
It was entertaining. Okay. I say it was entertaining. Okay. What else then?
I really don't know what this drama was happened behind the scenes.
Okay. What has had drama happen behind the scene? Okay. But you were interested in it.
Yes.
Okay. Ráng gói gọn lại các bạn, có 2 phút rồi. You have only 2 minutes. Remember, in part 2. Okay. Now, so Miss Thanh Thảo, are you ready to describe a piece of local news that you were interested in?
Yes. Honestly, my local, where I live, don't have news I interested in, but I think it's just only
where I live there are no news. There is no news.
Yeah. Where
Nơi
I
tôi
live
sống
there,
á, không có news. There isn't any news. Where I live, there is no news, or there isn't any news.
There is a news, but I think it's just only about traffic accidents. People and I really interested in. I really interested in. I often hear about in fan page in Facebook are people spread the word and you know yeah, when the traffic accident occurs, most of people
nói rồi.
Most of the people,
very good.
Most of the people where they live all knows about
they
the
all
news.
Know. They all know about. They all know about it.
They all know about it. They all know news about it.
Okay.
And because I can feel their pain about người nhà của nạn nhân ấy.
About the relatives of the victim.
The relatives
of the victim.
The relatives of the victim, family, and that's why I interested in it. And the traffic accident occurs every day, so each day I almost hear about it.
Okay, right, I see. Now, very good. See, you can do it. Có thể làm được chứ, cố gắng lên. Now let's go to part 3 of news. So, Miss Uyên, please. So, tell me, please, where do people get the news in your country? Through any channels? Những kênh nào nhỉ?
Nowadays, the majority of Vietnamese people accept the news from their digital devices like smartphone.
Of course.
Yes,
but that has to be from online sources, right? But that means online sources, right? Những nguồn trên mạng chứ. Okay, please continue. Miss Uyên?
Yes. On the online sources. Sao em hết những cái gì vậy?
Okay, yeah, please continue. Don't stop. Just don't stop in part 3. Now, so what kinds of news do people like to read? Miss Uyên, what do you think?
It depends on the taste of each person.
Yes, and their interests as well.
But the new which is attracts the most people is drama.
Of course, drama. Vietnamese people are all about dramas, right?
And then the new related to celebrity.
And football.
Yeah. And football.
And the increase in petrol prices.
Yeah.
Yes. Besides that, the old generation they focus on political news.
Of course, political news. Political news. Những tin chính trị. What else then?
That's all.
Okay, that's all right. Now, so Nguyen, tell me, please. So, where do people get the news in your country, Mr. Nguyen?
So I think people like to read on the phone.
Yes, what do people like to read?
The phones are on the internet.
On the
some
internet,
people,
yes.
Some people they like to check the newspaper because
they like to take that to receive news from newspaper.
See the newspaper because some of them they don't like to use the phone too much. Some people they just hearing the people around them.
Okay. Anything else? Nghe câu đó là biết thiếu đó. If you hear anything else, you know that you need to say something more.
And I think people will...
Yes, so Mr. Nguyen, what do you think of the news on social media these days?
So I think some of the news they are kind of toxic and
of course very toxic. Yeah.
And some of them are fake news.
So what what are the harms caused by those things, and what can people do to prevent those things from happening in the first place?
Can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the question?
Okay, so you mentioned fake news and toxic news online or on the new media, on the social media. So what are the effects of those things on people, and what can people do to prevent the harm caused by fake news or toxic news, something like that?
So first, the toxic and fake news make can make people think to the wrong situation,
Okay.
and sometimes they will have uh, biểu hiện của sự chống phá xã hội.
What?
Uh,
Biểu hiện của gì em?
that's antisocial. So they will
It's antisocial. Chống phá xã hội is antisocial news. Sometimes it's antisocial news and it's not a good thing. Right. Okay. So Young, please. So what do you think? What do you think of the news on social media, Young?
I think the news on social media is
because there are a lot of them.
Are sometimes not really trustable.
Of course, not
because they are
sometimes
fake news.
trustable. I think it's we should use the word trustworthy. Đáng tin. Trustworthy.
Because social media, there are a variety news on, and everyone can post a news on social media.
Okay.
Which they will have fake news on it, and some toxic news.
Of course, toxic news are everywhere, you
know. So these news affect on the user, and for me, news on social media is not really worth it for me, because I'm not really reading news on social media. I read on page like trustworthy by page like
Yes, but that's still social media, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know, but
of course, even though trustworthy sources are still social media.
But it's more trustable.
Of course, it's more trustworthy. How about verification? Sự kiểm tra thông tin. Xem có đúng hay không? So how about verification of the news? Do you think there are people or organization to verify news on the social media these days? You?
I think yes, but it's like Facebook. The verification is not really working on that social media.
It doesn't really work, isn't it?
Yes, because Mark Zuckerberg is such.
You have to say no, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Lại dính vụ yes no nó rồi, still yes no question problem, eh? All right, so it doesn't work. So how about like people can report fake news online, and then say social media admins will deal with them. What do you think about that?
Social media. If about reporting fake news, it's not really working. And
it doesn't really work, right?
Yeah, and administrator, they not really.
Or worse, it could be used against people. Có thể sử dụng để chống lại con người ta. It can be used against certain people. Because reporting, sometimes they are false reporting. Nó gọi là tường thuật láo á. False reporting, just to basically take down your opponents. To take down opponents. Nó gọi là để hạ bệ đối thủ. Alright, so Miss Van, please. So talking about news, how can companies tell the public it's news? What do you think? Think about your private clinics, for example. It's a kind of company. So how do your company tell the public it's news? Like for example, new treatment plan, cái kế hoạch để mà chữa trị, nó gọi là liệu trình đó. Treatment plan liệu trình điều trị. How do you tell the public about promotional events, những sự kiện quảng bá? How do you tell the public about successful cases, những trường hợp mà thành công, something like that. How do companies tell the public its news?
It depends on what kind of news that I want to spread out the public. If it is promotion, and I will run advertisement on the Facebook.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. And if it is a treatment plan, I will translate. We talk to the customer in private, in person, because every patient was unique, and they all need individual plan.
Okay.
So
and individual plans, I see. Okay, good. All right. So, anybody working now? Có bạn nào đang đi làm không? If you are working now, you should know this question, how to answer this question. So, Ms. Han Thảo, please. So, what do you think about public shaming or fake news? Because this exists a lot in the Vietnamese society. Trong xã hội Việt Nam, cái chuyện fake news với là chuyện public shaming rất là thường xuyên luôn á. So, Ms. Han Thảo, what do you think about public shaming or fake news?
I think it's not crucial and it's very useless for their they always care about it. Every time, everywhere, I almost hear about it. And
every time, every day, I nearly care about it. Tôi gần như tôi quan tâm nó luôn. Is that what you're trying to say?
Ý là em nghe
every
về
day
nó.
Every day I hear about those dramas.
I hear about dramas, and but you hear or read information in mainstream news. You can access information.
Access or access?
Access.
Access. You can access information.
You can access information. Is really worthy. I think public shaming and fake news is not benefit.
It's not beneficial.
Not beneficial and not important for me. So
Đó là một câu trả lời tốt. It's quite a good answer. If you don't know much about them, you can beat around the bush. Đi vòng vòng, đi vòng vòng, không vào trọng tâm. If basically that is not your cup of tea, nó không phải là cái tách trà của em. It's not your cup of tea, tức là không phải cái em thích á. Em có thể đi vòng vòng, giống kiểu mình không đi vào trọng tâm, nói vậy nó cũng được. It's a kind of answer too if you beat around the bush. Okay, good. So, but I need someone to try this question. So, Mr. Nguyen, what do you think about public shaming or fake news?
I think public shaming and the fake news are toxic because
of course they are really toxic. Yeah.
And I think there need to have some law to decrease the public shaming and the fake news. Like
to reduce public shaming or to control those things. Of course, there are laws in Vietnam right now, and you can get fined by doing public shaming or spreading fake news. Truyền tin giả phạt 10 triệu mấy trở lên á. Like fake news. What else then?
Some people can have strong thinking about the situation that happened, and some people it's very annoying. Some other people when
it's very annoying. Oh, it's very annoying. Which one?
It's very annoying.
It's very annoying because you're talking about the nature of public shaming or fake news. Nói về bản chất của nó mà.
So
Đây là
it's very
từ chủ động
annoying.
không? You need to use the active adjective form. Annoying.
Very annoying too because
Okay. Tell me. Okay. Now let's move on to another topic. Part 2 now, I think. Oh, let's talk about weather, okay? Và chúng ta nói về thời tiết đi. Something easier to talk about. Let's do 15 now. Describe a kind of weather that you like. Miêu tả một loại thời tiết mà các bạn thích. You should say what it is. Thời tiết gì vậy? Where you go in this weather? Bạn đi đâu vào cái thời tiết này? What you do in this weather? Bạn làm cái gì trong thời tiết này? And explain why you like it. Tại sao các bạn lại thích cái thời tiết đó? And you have part 3 of weather here. What do people wear? What do people wear in different weather? Con người ta ăn mặc cái gì ở những thời tiết khác nhau? You should describe the different kind of weather and then describe what people often wear and why do they wear it, you know? Nên nêu ra một số loại thời tiết, xong rồi con người ta mặc cái gì vào những thời tiết đó và tại sao người ta lại làm như vậy. How does the weather influence people's life? How does the weather influence people's life? Thời tiết có ảnh hưởng như thế nào đối với đời sống của con người ta? Think about, can you work effectively when it rains? Or should farmers, can they grow crops effectively when there is no rain at all? Think about the fact that when it's snow, trời tuyết thì sao? What happened when it's snow? Can people travel easily? Có đi lại được dễ dàng không? When it rains, can people travel easily? How does it affect their mood? Ảnh hưởng đến tâm trạng của người ta thế nào? And how does it affect their productivity? Sức sản xuất, sức lao động. Next question. Why are weather forecasts often unreliable? Tại sao những cái dự báo thời tiết thường không có đáng tin? Well, what do you think about it? Are there any festivals about seasons in your country? Có bất kỳ lễ hội nào về các mùa trong năm ở đất nước bạn không? Like Spring Festival, lễ hội mùa xuân. Summer Festival. But I haven't heard Winter Festival or Autumn Festival. Chưa bao giờ nghe thấy lễ hội mùa thu, mùa đông nhiều lắm. But okay, sometimes I hear Winter Festival, yes. What kind of festival about season in your country? Try to describe, try to do it, okay? Ráng suy nghĩ về những lễ hội đó. And what people often do? What people often wear? What people often eat? Họ thường mặc cái gì? Họ thường ăn cái gì? Họ thường làm cái gì trong những cái dịp lễ hội đó? Có hoạt động gì không? Any activities? Okay, so you have 2 minutes, okay? 2 phút suy nghĩ, bắt đầu. Okay, let's do it now. Okay, I need volunteer, please. Who's first? Volunteer, please. Okay, you and you first then.
Oh,
Please
okay.
describe a kind of weather you like.
Okay, so my weather like, so as an introvert, yeah, so I'm quite like a cloudy days, which is there's a lot of cloud on the sky and it looks a little bit dark
Just a
in the
little bit
noonday
dark,
day.
huh?
Yeah, and the temperature is quite like a little bit cold, but not quite really cold. It's like so. I'm not really go outside on these days.
I don't
Usually
really
spend
go outside. You said you don't really go outside.
not really go outside and usually spend time on my bed watching watching movies or maybe just sleeping because it's cold. You can have a cozy day on your bed,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm quite like it because it's like it's rarely happen. It just sometimes have these days, so I can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. So I can join. Very good. I think it's an easy topic,
Yeah.
right, to talk about. So, Oyen, please, can you do it? Miss Oyen, please. Describe a kind of weather you like. It should be easy, I think.
Yes, I enjoy the the rainy weather.
Rainy weather.
Em nói low temperature weather được không thầy? Ý là
Oh,
thời
you can
tiết
say
nó
weather that low temperature weather. Yeah, you can say that. Why not? Or you can
Yes.
say cold temperature. It's better to say cold temperature. Cái chữ
Cold.
low temperature weather nó nghe nó rất là miễn cưỡng, rất là không tự nhiên. It doesn't sound natural when you say low temperature weather, you know. Just say cold weather.
Yes, I enjoy cold temperature weather because
Oh no, I enjoyed cold weather. It sounds like that.
cold
Sounds
weather.
better.
Yes.
Me too.
Because it's a rare event. As you know, where I live in Vietnam,
It's really hot.
yeah, our place near the equator.
Equator?
Equator. So it's really
Wait, you
hot
live near,
and-
you live in, where do you live? Singapore? You said near to the equator, right? Gần xích đạo. Where do you live?
Việt Nam.
I know, but what do you mean? When you talk about it, it sounds like you live all the way near to the equators, like Cà Mau or Singapore or something like that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, Vietnam is near to the equator. Okay, good.
Yes, it's really hot and humid during the year.
During
The year. This is why I always look forward to December when the weather is colder and
It's colder when the weather is colder.
colder and a little bit cold and windy.
And it's a bit cold and windy, yes?
Yes, during this weather, I usually prefer lying on my bench in my garden,
Lying on your bench in the garden, yes.
watching the sky and sipping my hot tea with a joy and pleasure.
Okay, with a joy and pleasure. Is that all?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really good way to explain the type of weather you like and what activity you do. Very good.
Yes.
Rất tốt, rất tốt. Thanh Thảo, can you describe a kind of weather you like? I'm listening.
Yeah.
Cố lên.
Of the first season in my country, I really like the summer the best because in the summer I can go swimming in the ocean, and my house near my beach. I can go visit there every time when I want, and and in the summer I have not much time so I can
more time, so I can
develop myself and dành thời gian cho bản thân.
And I can spend more time. I can spend more time for myself.
And I
can spend more time for myself.
And I spend more time for myself. I also love eating ice cream. So
of course, ice cream is wonderful. Yes.
So in this summer, I can indulge in eating ice cream. I can more ice cream in other season.
In order to.
In the summer, there have many.
There is.
There are many sunlight.
There are many.
Yeah, there are many sunlight.
There is a lot of sunlight. Sunlight đâu đếm được đâu. Sunlight is uncountable. Yeah. So there is a lot of sunlight.
There is a lot of sunlight, and I love warm because
and I love warm weather. So
warm weather. So so I feel more energetic.
I feel more energetic with it. Okay, that's why you like it, right? Yeah. And that's why I like it. Nên kết lại câu. You need a concluding sentence.
So that's several reasons.
Okay, that's
really
a bit
like
too much.
It.
Like 5 minutes, you know. Hơi bị dài nha. It's a bit too much. You need to squeeze it down to 2 minutes. Phải bóp nặng là còn 2 phút thôi. Okay. Now, so Miss Vân, can you describe a kind of weather you like?
I really like the days when the weather is cold, neither too hot or too cold, and without rain.
Without rain.
And
otherwise, I would feel bad.
Yeah, I usually hanging out with my friends. That we went on a picnic on the park, or we we riding a bike around the city. And on this kind of day, I can enjoy the cold breeze and watch the blue sky.
And watch the blue sky.
It makes me feel comfortable and help me refresh myself after a hard working schedule. So that's why I love cool weather.
That's why I love cool weather, I say. Now, okay, Mr. Nguyen, please.
So there are many kinds of weather, but I like the most is the rainy day.
What? Say again? I like rainy days. Oh, I see.
Yes, because so I usually stay at home and have a nice sleep. So in the rainy days, the temperature was very low, and
in the rainy days, the temperature are often low.
And I like to listen to the rainy sounds because.
Oh, you like to listen to the sound of rain?
Yeah.
I like to listen to the sound of rain. Vết mưa.
sometimes, and some, and I feel very comfortable to sleep
Of
when
course,
it
it's
rains.
very comfortable weather to sleep. Perfect.
So I like the rainy days.
So that's why I like the rainy days. I say, did I miss anybody? Thầy có quên ai chưa đọc nhỉ? Hấp thường nhỉ? I think that's all. Let's go to part 3, shall we? Now, so Miss Van, please. So what do people wear in different weather? What do you think?
Okay. Yes. People costume is different, depends on the kind of weather. When it's rain, people will take a raincoat or the dark clothes that they doesn't easy to get dirty.
So it's not easy. So it's not easy to get dirty. I see.
And
so it's not easy to get dirty.
Isn't okay. When it's hot on summer days, the temperature is quite high, and people will wear airing clothes, or clothes made from cotton. That will help people.
Clothes that made from cotton. You mean cotton?
Made from cotton.
100% cotton, or maybe sometimes other kind of cotton, những loại bông khác.
And
okay, so very good, Miss Van. So tell me, are there any festivals about seasons in your country, Miss Van?
Vietnam, my hometown, Vietnam, is a tropical.
No, Vietnam is your country, not your hometown.
Okay. My Vietnam, my country is a tropical nation, so it has
there are the
four. There are 4 seasons in a year.
There are 4 seasons in a year. Yes.
In a year, but the festival usually usually celebrated on spring and summer.
But I guess nobody cares about the autumn or the winter, isn't it?
Yes, and it's
well, there are music festival in the summer, you know, music festival or cosplay festival, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
There are cosplay and music festival during summer, am I right?
That's right.
Flower festival.
Flower festival. When is the cosplay festival?
It's on this month, like the mid of this month. I will go there too.
July when? You have to bring me there.
Yeah, it's District 1.
Oh, perfect.
I wear dress made.
Say what?
You know dress made dress. You know it? Yeah.
Not that I know that, but it's good to attend that, I think.
Yeah. It's quite expensive.
It's a good thing. I'll keep in mind that.
Okay.
But you should invite me. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Hỗ trợ khinh khí cầu là gì thầy?
Balloons.
Hỗ trợ hả? Hay là triển lãm?
Wait, it's an exhibition. It's not a fair. It's an exhibition. Exhibition of balloons. Những cái khinh khí cầu. Exhibition of balloons and other kind of. There's another word for balloon. Zeppelin. Cái từ Zeppelin này là bắt nguồn từ tiếng Đức. Zeppelin is a German word that English borrowed, but it means balloons, yes. Big balloons that can bring people up to the sky. Okay, what other kind of festival is that? We do have music festival, we do have hội chợ dân gian, like, what's it called? Folklore festival, maybe. I don't know. There are 4,000 different kind of festival in Vietnam, you know, depending on the region. Có ít nhất 4.000 lễ hội luôn ở Việt Nam á.
Wow, dữ này.
Thiệt luôn á. There are at least 4,000 in Vietnam. Well, what else? Lễ tốt nghiệp.
No. Oh
Is graduation a kind of festival? No, it's not. Hội chợ xuân trong trường, like spring festival inside the school, you know.
Yeah.
Lễ trưởng thành.
Oh, moon festival.
What other kind of festival, you know? Okay, what other kind of festival? Class, think. Okay, now, so Miss Uyên, please. So why are weather forecasts often unreliable? What do you think?
Wow, sao thầy cho em câu khó gì?
Well, difficult question will help you to become a better student. Okay, think about it.
I just think one reason is the climate change has made the weather unpredictable.
Very good. Một lý do rất tốt. Do biến đổi khí hậu nó làm cho khí hậu rất khó đoán. Very good. Very good. See, you know the answer. You're not that bad. My students are never bad. Học trò thầy cho nó không ai tệ đâu. Okay, what else then? Think about the nature of forecasting. Hãy nghĩ về cái bản chất của chuyện mà dự đoán. Of course, when forecasting, it's difficult. It's difficult to arrive at a very accurate prediction, right? It's difficult to come up with a precise prediction or an accurate prediction. Rất khó để mà có được một cái dự đoán chính xác. It's difficult to come up with a precise prediction or an accurate prediction, isn't it? That's the nature of forecasting. Okay, what do you think, Mr. Nguyen? Why is weather forecast often unreliable?
This question is kind of hard for me because
of course it's kind of hard. You have got yourself 3 seconds. Em đã mua được cho bản thân 3 giây vì nói câu đó.
Because I never watched the weather forecast, but I think it's often unreliable because it's just predicted, and they don't know exactly how the weather will happen.
Of course, because it's just prediction. Because it's just a prediction. You cannot arrive at something reliable if you just predict, you know. Okay, these are good reasons. Có những lý do tốt rồi đó các bạn. So, okay, so tell me, Miss Uyên. No, sorry. So tell me, Miss Văn, how does the weather influence people's life? Dương, can you answer this one? How does the weather influence people's life? Think about their work,
okay, so
their activities.
Like farming activities, where it's actually really necessary because
really what?
Necessary. Because it's about water and sunny days. And in the farming,
Is it a water festival? Lễ hội nước hả?
Không, ý là kiểu nước với cả kiểu khí hậu với cả nước với cả mặt trời ấy rồi nó khá là quan trọng với cả việc farming.
Try to say that in English.
Okay, so weather, sunlight, and temperature is actually necessary to farming. Necessary to farming, and to the soft farming, raining if the weather is raining unpredictable, it's actually a bad day for the farmer.
It's not a bad day for farmers. Actually, when it rains a lot, it helps the farmer a lot, you know.
Yeah, but it's a soft farmer. It's not really. Yeah.
Right. So, Ms. Tanthao, what do you think? How does the weather influence people's lives? Think about city people, urban people. How does it influence their life?
I think city people does not influence. Does not much.
You mean they are not heavily influenced by the weather?
Yes. But I think the urban people influence, you know, farmers. It's really important about the weather. If the weather sunny or mưa nhiều là nói sao vậy?
If it rains a lot. If it rains a lot.
If it rains a lot, the crops will
when it rains a lot, transportation is going to be affected. So shipping costs will increase. Giá ship tăng cao khi trời mưa. Shippers do not even want to deliver goods, you know, when it rains.
And the weather impact about food. Mood.
To impact someone, impact something. Không có giới từ, there's no preposition. Nó giống như affect với influence.
Yeah. Impact human mood. So they can influence about productivity. They cannot work too much every day. They cannot work too much.
Anything else? Okay. Think about people's in the city's productivity. If it rains a lot, could they be productive in their work life and in their other activities of their life? Could restaurants, could eateries or restaurants survive if it rains a lot? Suy nghĩ.
If raining too much, the restaurant or the coffee shop can không làm ăn.
They cannot even do anything. The businesses will not be able to operate. Businesses might not be able to operate. And of course, that's bad for the businesses. And it affects the internet, so Mr. John cannot teach online very well. And his students often skip classes, so it affects his income. It does affect a lot. You have to understand that, yeah? Okay. Now, Mr. Nguyen, what do you think? How does the weather influence people's life?
Well, I think some people they like some people when they like the rainy days, some of them will work effectively and because they feel more comfortable. But with some people, it can annoy them because it's because they have to go out and
have to go out and what?
Some delivery they don't want to go out because it's raining outside. Some people when they after the breakup and they will after the breakup draining will make them into the bad mood.
Of course, like, well, into the bad mood. Basically, when it rains a lot, it can make people very moody. Làm cho con người ta moody lắm luôn á. Very moody, có tâm trạng ủ dột. Có tâm trạng. And it can make people feel bad and having mood swing. Tâm trạng thay đổi thất thường. It can evolve, nó có phát triển thành mood swing. It can evolve into mood swing and that's bad. Alright, any question class? I think that's enough practice for today. Này hôm nay là đủ rồi nha. I think luyện tập vậy là được rồi. Okay, class. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.